Hey, family, I'm Bishop Zemekio Jackson, and I had to come to you and just talk to you for just a few moments. Many of you have been looking at the videos that we have been producing, and they've been on constant repeat. We've been talking about this whole thing concerning life coaching, and I've got several emails, I've got calls, people that went to the website, they've asked questions of our staff, and they've asked us, hey, Doc, explain to me this life coaching thing and what do I get and what is a part of it. And so I'm really glad to be in our workshop to kind of explain to you what life coaching is all about. And before you turn me off and say, well, I'm not sure I'm even a life coach, let me help you. You are probably a coach and don't even know it. That you've been called to help people and to transform lives, and you just need a catalyst to allow you. Have you been that person that you give out advice for free? And one of the greatest frustrations is that there are two classifications of people. Either they benefit from your advice, they do it and become better and never give you credit for it. Or the next classification of people in your life is that you give good, solid advice, they never take it, or someone else tells them they do it and implement it. Have you ever wondered why that happens? Well, let me tell you first of all. I learned a long time ago that what does not cost a person, they do not appreciate. I want you to remember that. What does not cost a person, they do not appreciate. So something happened many years ago. A very dear friend of mine is a counselor, and he tells a story. There was a woman that was in a 7-Eleven store back in the day, and a gentleman snatched her out of the store and said that act like he was her husband. And she said, I don't know you. And the clerk thought they were playing a game and paid it no mind. This woman would later be raped on this in the side of a van of a store, and she would be brutally raped, left almost at the point of death. Would no longer ever be able to procreate or have kids again, and she would go through mental conditions and emotional. She became a phobic. She could not leave the house. And so she lost everything she had. She had a good job, a good life, and everything was gone because of a moment that happened in time. And so doctor after doctor, they sought to help this woman get past depression, anxiety, paranoia, all of the feelings that came along with this traumatic experience in her life. Well, going through all of this, she went from doctor to doctor, and none of them could help her. Um, my good friend and his wife gets a call from a church member, and they say, "Hey, there is this lady that she needs your help." And my friend comes in, him and his wife, and they counsel her. They work with her, and you know what they do is they get her on her feet. She's functional. She's back to her life. Something that went on for years. Counselor after counselor couldn't help her. Um, she wins a large lawsuit, an undisclosed amount of money, and as a result of that, she walks in my friend's office, gives him a check for $10,000, and she says words that would change my friend for the rest of his life. Now, my friend's a clinical psychologist, as though I am one as well. But he says something, she says something. She says, "Thank you for all that you've done." My friend donated their counseling services to this lady. She gives him a check for $10,000 and she says, "I appreciate all that you've done. But now that I have money, I can afford a real counselor." And she walks out of the door. She shows her appreciation, but because it was free, she did not value it. I want to help you. Many of you have given advice to people in that you love that have helped, and it's been free. And that does not cost a person, they do not appreciate. So people ask me all the time, they say, well, Dr. Jackson, your life coaching isn't cheap, and you're offering it, and talk to me about it. Why isn't it? Because for a person to value it, they must have skin in the game. You always remember this. If a person doesn't have any skin in the game, they're able to walk away from the table at any time, and they do not appreciate what they have not been motivated to put skin in the game. And so, one of the things that I want to help you is shift relationships that they have some economic remuneration to you. You'll find that people that value you and pay for what you bring to the table, you'll find those relationships they'll celebrate what you teach. They'll hold dear to the principles in which you do. You give too much good stuff away for it not to go into the life of people and make impact. They'll value it. And so I'm excited to cultivate you. Many of you have been through a lot of things in life. You had resets, divorce, marriage. You said, well, can I actually help people? The truth of the matter is, listen, you are probably more suited to help people because you are literally a survivor. Yeah, you are a survivor. You've been through so much stuff in life. And despite life's infernal and everything that you've gone through, you have survived. Yes, you have survived. I believe that there is a purpose for your life. Now, I've been in ministry a long time, and whenever someone's been through something traumatic in their life, the first thing the church world tries to do is to rush them to the pulpit and say that you need to be a preacher. Let me be transparent with you. Many of you are not called to be preachers. Your work is different. You're called to help people become better. You're called to work with people and cultivate them into becoming the best version of themselves. Now, faith and religiosity does help do that. But can I help you? When you understand biblical principles, they are phenomenal. But people need biblical principles, but they need life skills, skills to help them survive. And you are in a valuable position to shift the matrix of their life by giving them principles. Some of the things that you learn, how to grab life by its bootstraps, the things that you went through has made you fit to help someone else. And many times in life, people say, well, I still got some things in my life I'm working through myself. Well, can I help you? We all have things that we're working through. The mechanic got a car that needs to be fixed. The general contractor got a room in their house that needs to be taken care of. Listen to me. And the hairdresser probably got some split ends that they need to do, or the barber got a beard he need to tighten up. In life, and the computer guy got a computer, a PC, they need to refurbish or do something to it. You'll never reach the utopia of perfection. You're always working on. One of the things that you need to understand about life is one thing that is sure in life. One is change. Life will always change. It will never remain the same. That's a fixed law in life. You have to be able to polarize experiences, teach people, and learn to adjust with the changes that come along with life. Many people become stuck in a patternistic living, and they haven't learned how to shift. And your job is to show them through experiences how to not be encapsulated or entombed in an experience that have taken place in their life. People ask me the difference between coaching and clinical psychology. And by me being a professional, they oftentimes ask me, what's the difference? Well, clinical psychology helps a person go to the root and work on their problem and become better. And it may take years for people to get over the idiosyncrasies of life and work through and go to the foundational roots. What happened? Was it your childhood? Did it happen with your mother? Did it happen with your father? Were you raped? Were you molested? Was it abused? You know, you've got all kinds of things that come along with that. The truth of the matter, as a clinical psychologist, I realized one thing. The average person do not want to get to the nitty gritty of life. They don't want to deal with all of those things. They don't want medication to deal with their pain and go through treatment, because when you get into that, there's some levels to relive it. It's so painful that the client needs to be medicated to work through. If not, you'll find people that will be thrown into chronic depression and deal with all kinds of things. Pulling back layers without proper medication for many people may be too painful. And sometimes people don't want to do that. But what they do want to do is they want to learn how to be the best version of them they can without dealing with it. We're in this microcosmic society. Everybody wants it overnight. And so, unfortunately, you can say, well, I'm going to give it to them the old fashioned counseling way. And they got to take it or leave it. Well, the truth of the matter is, many of them will leave it. You've got to be able to help people at the level in which they're at. And that's the beauty of coaching, is to work with the athlete at the level of their art, work with the mother, work with the teacher, work with the desire, the preacher, the judge, the attorney, the person, the aspiring actor, the business person, working with them at the level they are at, that relationship, at the level they are on. You won't be able to fix all of the problems, but you'll make them functional enough to be successful at life. You know, success, I oftentimes teach you, is a system. There's a system to failure. And many of you have accessed that vicariously by accident, but intentional in many respects, because perpetual actions done in a repetitive fashion is an intentional act. And but to do it right, to succeed is a system. And many of you have never been shared the system of success. And so I'm going to help share with you a system of success and help you work with helping people become the best version of themselves. Imagine you yourself are ready to become the perfect life coach. Now, let me tell you what I do in these sessions. And so people have been asking me, they said, well, you know, I hear these classes going on. Tell me a little bit about these classes and what takes place. So the first thing is, I have day and evening classes. That's more like early morning classes. So around 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, um, whether you're in class or you do it online, you'll sign on with me, and we're together for anywhere from an hour to 90 minutes in a group session. Now, some people told me, said, man, I don't like all those group sessions. Well, trust me, um, the group sessions are phenomenal because iron sharpeneth iron. Each group is selected. We assess which groups of people need to be together so that we get the best chemistry for the particular group. And so there's only no more than 15 people in a group. We don't go past 15. Why? Because as a coach and instructor, I need to make sure that I have the time to help cultivate that particular group. Now, there's a byproduct of that, and let me tell you what the byproduct is. So, many of you are gifted with talent, but you've never had anyone to coach you and mentor you. So, during that time, I'll take 30 minutes per week. You'll go to my calendar, and you'll schedule a time and you'll get a session with me. Now, a session with me is normally $250 to $500. Me coaching a person. So imagine now you get 30 minutes with me, and I help you work through a specific aspect of coaching or specific aspect of life. You get a chance to see coaching in its real fashion. Now you've got to have now. How do you qualify for that? Only students that pay up their tuition up front, the whole fee, um, gets this bonus time. This bonus time is worth its weight in gold. I've had pastors or leaders. I've had attorneys and doctors and people that are artists that are trying to. That's been needing time, saying to me, "Hey, doc, this is worth its weight in gold." And we work through things that we've covered in class, but also personal aspects of yourself. Because I think coaching is best when you see when you coach you, when you become better. So many people work through and find out how to work their coaching business. One of the challenges that I found is that many people have always wondered, how do I monetize my gift set? How do I leverage what's in my head, what's in the pocketbooks or the wallets of other people? Now I know that's gory and that's it's almost seen to be mean and is this cheap, funny feeling towards that. But the truth of the matter is, let me say it again: your gift of experience is valuable. You went through so much stuff, and people should pay you for your expertise. Now I need you to let that settle in. Because some of you don't value you. And then you're turned off by someone saying that. But the truth of the matter is, you paid to be where you are now. All the lessons of hard knocks, the experiences, things that you went through, cultivated you for these particular moments that you're in now. And now it's time for you to leverage your experiences. So this training is going to help you leverage those experiences. Um, you're with me for 12 weeks. In these 12 weeks, you're going to write a book. Someone says, I've been trying to write a book forever. You're going to write a book in 3 weeks. I've got a system. I've got tons of students that have completed books that are authors. You're going to write a book. You may even write a audio book too. It's incredible the stuff that my students accomplish. My students have set up businesses, LLCs. They've done amazing things while going through the training. Now, the end result of it is that you finish as a life coach. And there are two different kinds of coaches: life coaching and niche coaches. And you go to our website, they'll educate you a little bit about the difference, because both of them are amazing areas. You got to be a life coach before you become a niche coach. Now, if you're already a life coach, and you said, I really think I need to find my niche. And some say niche, but where you specifically need to be at. Whether you are a mortgage coach or health and fitness coach, I don't know where you land, and we help you assess that, and that's the next tier of coaching. If you're already an existing coach, this is an amazing opportunity. Afterwards, there's a graduation. Now, listen to me. All of the people that I train in this system of coaching, I give the opportunity, when they understand our system, to consider being a coach trainer. I've been out of the game for teaching these coach training classes because my coaches have been teaching. I'm only coming back because I've been called. People have been saying to me, "We miss you. Doc, you've helped so many people." I've flown around the country, met with people, and become personal mentors and confidants with people. You've saw me build a media kind of conglomerate and television stations and schools and churches and multiple resource centers and event centers and all kinds of things and other business endeavors. And it's been interesting. Um, but people have said to me, we need you back. We want you to take the time to develop us. And if I be real transparent, post COVID, people dealt with so much stuff. And there's a lot of disfranchise and disembark and crazy energy out in the world, and people are trying to figure out how to become the best versions of themselves. So now it calls me back to get back to work. And one of the greatest things is that the culture has changed. And so we need these creative minds and we need strategists at the table. Um, what you're going to get with me is strategy how to win. Now, I'm going to teach you how to help teach other people how to win. But you know what's going to happen? Accidentally or intentionally, you're going to learn the system of winning, and then you're going to win. Now, the question has been, is this the only time that you're going to be teaching? I don't know. Um, there were people that put off asking me to teach them, and it's been years since I've come back to the classroom to do this. I don't know how long. So listen, I'm not bragging, but I am very good at what I do. I enjoy it. I'm called to it. I oftentimes say that I'm a bridge. I help people get to their destination in half the time, and I want to help you. So if you have been thinking about doing coaching, or you are an existing coach, but you are a defunct coach, meaning you're not making any money doing no coaching and it's not been working for you, give me a chance. Let me show you. Sometimes I get people say, well, I've been here, I've studied here. And I was like, what has that done for you? Let me spend some time with you. Let me show you how to do it right. Do I have to take all of it? Absolutely. I want to make sure. I want to dive in your life and help you. I want to show you a system. Apparently, what you've been doing has not given you the matriculated development or the return that you would like to the fullest. So you're here. And I'm grateful for the opportunity that you've extended to me. So, what do you need to do? Well, you can do two things. You can call the number that's on the screen, or you can go to the website and you can simply apply. Once you apply on the website, someone from our office will follow up with you. It may be myself, it may be one of our counselors or one of our other instructors, and they'll get you set. We'll get you set in a system, kind of tell you when your classes will be, ask you some questions, find out where we need to fit you. We'll get you fit, and then when we get you fit, they'll work out payments for you. So you can do it 10, 12 months if you want to, or you can take care of it all up front. Now, students who take care of everything up front, you get a chance to benefit of being able to get 30 minutes a week with me. And you are put on my calendar schedule, and you're able to go in and find the time slots that work best for you. And I'm able to help you. So I am excited about this opportunity. It is an amazing. For many of you, you will be coaching, but also the opportunity now. This is what I told you earlier, that if you graduate, I'll make you a coach trainer. You're able to do the second portion of becoming a coach trainer, and you train other people, and there's an economic opportunity from training other people that comes along with it after you've been through my life coach training. So I am excited. My team will call you. They'll follow up with you. They'll get you started. While I'm doing this, is I have a class that's getting ready to start very soon, and if you're going to qualify for being a part, you gotta respond now. So no more procrastination, no more looking at these videos saying, God, I gotta do this. This is a good thing. No, this is a God thing. This is the right thing. This is the thing for you. Okay? You've made a choice. Life has made a choice. Now it's time for us to come together and choose you. Choose to develop you. Choose to make yourself better. And I'm happy to help you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for just paying attention. Have an amazing day. And once again, let's change the world. I'm crazy enough to believe that one coach at a time helping this world, we can make the world a better place.
If you've watched this presentation by Dr. Jackson, and something he said has motivated you to want to become a coach, I want you to go to our website today at www.powercoach.info and complete an application. Now there's no upfront cost to the application process. When you complete an application, one of our counselors will call you back and help pick the classes that will work for you. Classes are starting very soon. This is going to be a life-changing experience. If you need to speak with someone right away, give us a call. Our team is standing by to help you.